Ephesians chapter 3 verse 8. To me, the very least of all saints, was this grace given, to preach to the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ. In the tapestry of the early church, woven with threads of faith, courage, and divine purpose, the Apostle Paul stands as a figure both monumental and deeply human. This verse, drawn from his letter to the Ephesians, offers a glimpse into his heart, revealing a profound humility intertwined with an unwavering sense of calling. It is not a boast of achievement, but a testament to grace, a recognition of the immeasurable gift he received, and a declaration of the boundless treasures he was entrusted to share. To me, the very least of all saints. These words are striking. Paul, a man who had encountered the risen Christ in a blinding flash, a man whose tireless missionary journeys shaped the landscape of the nascent Christian faith, a man whose theological insights continue to illuminate the scriptures. He saw himself as the least. This was not mere lip service, but a deep-seated conviction born from understanding the immensity of God's grace. He knew his past, a past marked by persecution of the church, a past that made him acutely aware of his unworthiness. He recognized that his transformation, his ministry, his very salvation, were not earned through merit but freely bestowed by a loving and merciful God. This humility is a powerful lesson for us all. In a world that often encourages self-promotion and the relentless pursuit of recognition, Paul's example calls us to a different path. It challenges us to examine our own hearts, to acknowledge our imperfections and limitations, and to recognize that any good we accomplish is ultimately a gift from above. True strength lies not in inflating our own egos, but in emptying ourselves, in allowing God's grace to fill the void and empower us to serve. Was this grace given? The emphasis here is on the word given. Grace, by its very nature, is unearned and undeserved. It is a free gift, a demonstration of God's unconditional love and favor. Paul understood that his apostleship, his ability to preach the gospel, was not a result of his own skill or intellect, but a direct manifestation of God's grace at work in his life. This recognition fueled his passion and his tireless dedication. He knew he was a vessel, entrusted with a precious cargo, and he felt compelled to share it with the world. This understanding of grace is transformative. It liberates us from the burden of self-reliance and empowers us to step out in faith, knowing that God will equip us for the task He has called us to. It encourages us to embrace our weaknesses, knowing that God's power is made perfect in weakness. It inspires us to be generous with others, extending the same grace we have received, offering forgiveness, compassion, and understanding. To preach to the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ. Here lies the heart of Paul's calling. He was tasked with proclaiming the unsearchable riches of Christ to the Gentiles, to those who were previously excluded from the covenant promises. These riches encompass far more than material wealth. They include the immeasurable treasures of God's love, forgiveness, peace, and eternal life, all made available through faith in Jesus Christ. The term unsearchable suggests that these riches are so vast and profound that they can never be fully comprehended. They are a boundless ocean of grace, a limitless reservoir of love, a never-ending source of hope. Throughout his ministry, Paul tirelessly explored these riches, uncovering new facets of Christ's character and revealing the depth of God's plan of salvation. He invited others to join him on this journey of discovery, urging them to delve into the scriptures, to seek God's face, and to experience the transformative power of His love. Paul's words remain as relevant today as they were 2 millennia ago. We, too, are called to recognize the grace that has been given to us, to cultivate humility, and to share the unsearchable riches of Christ with a world in desperate need of hope. Perhaps we are not called to preach to vast crowds, but we can all find ways to express our faith through acts of kindness, words of encouragement, and unwavering commitment to living a life that reflects the love of Christ. We are all called to be vessels of grace, sharing the good news of God's love and inviting others to partake in the immeasurable riches of Christ.